We not on Instagram at all.
We the best music.
Alexa, turn the music off.
Another one.
Alexa, turn the music off. Good evening, She Shackers, and thank you for tuning in to another night with me, A Queen, here in the She Shack. It is Thankful Tuesday, and I am so excited about this series that we have going. It's Creating the New You. We in week number 3. Last week we talked about mastering our thoughts, and this week we are talking about letting it all go. I am so excited about what this means, the joy that it's bringing the journey in your journey, and absolutely the discovery of your purpose. But before we get too involved in tonight's conversation, I would like to remind you to check me out on YouTube if you have not had an opportunity to do so. Conversations with a Queen from the She Shack on YouTube. We are doing some marvelous and wonderful things in the near future. The She Shack will be coming to you live from Miami, Florida. I am so excited about what is happening here in the She Shack, and it's really all because of you. It's all because of your support. It's all because of your encouragement, and I thank you so much for tuning in every single Tuesday with us, following us, liking our pages, liking the posts, and sharing. I thank you so much for your continued support. So I want to just jump right into our Creating the New You series tonight of letting it all go. What does it mean? How do you do it? It's so much more easily said than done when you say, oh, I'm just going to let it go. Let it go how? And why? Why should I let it go? Why should I forgive someone that slandered my name, that talked about me, that brought so much hurt, maybe cheated on me, or just drug me through the mud? And now you're telling me I have to let that emotion go and I have to let those feelings go. But why? Why do I have to do that? That's my force shield. That is how I protect myself. I've heard so many reasons as to why to hold on to it. But there's one reason, and one reason alone, stand alone, that is enough to let it go. And it's for you. It's for you. It's for your mental wellness. It's for your growth. It's for your glow. It's for you to feel better about you, for your joy to be restored, for your happiness to have restoration, for you to be able to walk in your purpose or even be able to see your purpose. We can be blinded by pain and by hurt, and sometimes not even realizing it, we can actually be addicted to the pain. Have you ever felt that the pain is what drives you to prove that person wrong, to prove that everything those naysayers and what they said about you is the one thing that you hold on to, that your driving factor? I'm going to show you better than I can tell you that I'm all that you said that I wasn't. But in order to do that, the first thing and the most important thing, you have to protect you. And you have to work and be in the best version of you. And doing that means letting it go. Putting it out, just let it go. Where do you put it to? Well, everybody have their own form of belief and what they believe and how they think it should be. Meditation and spiritual guidance and prayer. And I encourage all of those things. I encourage those things that make you feel good inside. Because there's always a part of us, even when we're saying, oh, I'm not worrying about what they said about me. Oh, that's water underneath the bridge. I don't care. But subconsciously, we really do care. Subconsciously, it still affects us. Subconsciously, it kind of make a way and kind of directs some decisions that we make. And why should you give those that could not I'm not going to say they're not thinking about you, but 9 times out of 10, they might not even remember what you're holding on to, or what they said, or what they did, or how they did it. You know, people can get in a moment and in conversation. You ever heard the saying that you're at the table even when you're not at the table? And that is what it's like. Come on. Like, if you kind of like know the type of individuals or situations or circumstance you're actually involving yourself in. So to a degree, we actually have some accountability, a role to play in that. And the reason why I say that is because it's somewhere along the way, there was a revelation. There was the, I see who you are. Or maybe the situation was like, oh, no, that's not really what it meant. Or that's not really what she meant. Or that's not really what he meant. But, you know, and you give them a pass. Until the next situation come along. Until the next situation come along. And actually, we are the creators of the building blocks that potentially and ultimately be those things that hurt us. That we find ourselves in places of despair and frustration and anger. You know, things that are not the fruits of the Spirit. The things that doesn't pour into us and have us to be the best version of ourselves. And that's what this series is actually about. It's not about vanity. It's really about what's inside. It's about, you know, taking care of the heart. Detoxing the soul, detoxification, getting rid of all the negative things, negative conversation, naysayers, gossip. Even when we get in our own heads and when things seem to be spinning around, we can think of all the outcomes. We already have the solution to every problem, every twist, every turn. But I'm here to tell you, it is absolutely exhilarating. It is so exhilarating to let it go. To no longer be driven or to be bothered by what people say or what they think. You know, some people say, listen, girl, it's this whole saying that you always care about what people say. My dad used to say to me when I was a young girl in my teenage years and I was dealing with my self-identity and having low self-esteem and not really fitting in with the popular crowd and people talking about me, and I was more or less like, why are the people talking about me? It used to really make me feel bad inside. But my dad said to me, don't worry about what they're saying. Just be happy that they're talking about you. Because as long as someone is saying something about you and they're talking about you in some kind of way, guess what? You doing something right. You creating a buzz somewhere. So that's what it's like. Don't be so driven by your haters. Don't be so driven about what you think people are saying about you. Don't be so driven about what they're not saying about you. But when you look at yourself in the mirror, what are you saying about you? How do you feel about you? Are you feeling happy and proud of the strides and the things that you're making? Are you feeling good about what you see when you look in the mirror? Because you actually have the power to change the reflection. You have the power. Like, I'm stuck with this face. No, well, love that face. Oh, I don't really like this body. I would like to lose some weight. My waist not small enough. My butt not big enough. You have to start with loving what you see first before you can start trying to make changes to it. Yeah, there's all kinds of things out here now. Doctors, they can give you boobs, snatch your waist, give you a big backside, but they can't do the work on the inside. So in order for you to feel good about what you see on the outside, you have to work on the inside. You have to talk about working on you so you can be the best version of you. And whatever those things are, like those little secret thoughts that we have in our heads that don't nobody know about, we smile on the outside, but subconsciously we're dealing with things on the inside that no one knows about. But we have to find a way to get rid of the negativity, to get rid of all of that trash, and just so that you can be your best version of you. I know some absolute magnificent people. I'm talking about marvelous people that has had some wonderful, had some issues that happened in their lives. They've lost their loved ones, spouses, failed relationships, all kinds of things. And every time I see them, they're always smiling. But when I sit down and I talk with them, that's when I'm able to find out, you know what? There's more going on that meets the eye. I want us to grow together. I want us to glow together. I want to see an entire community of people, not just, smiling on the outside and all toe up on the inside and carrying all this baggage and all of these things that weigh them down, that you're not able to be the true you. You're not able to be true to yourself. And if you're not true to yourself, you most certainly will not be true to other people. So that is what I wanted to come to you guys about. This is not a long, drawn out, 1 hour long She Shack. I wanted to address letting it go and just share a little bit of how letting it go has brought so much joy just into my life and to the people that's around me that are practicing these things. You don't they said my business is I knew they was waiting on that business to fail. It's not going nowhere. So they just celebrate when you're not successful. Oh, they just talking about you. And it brings about a feeling of failure. It could bring about a feeling of give up. It can bring about a feeling of despair. But I'm here to tell you, even if that business didn't flourish the way that you had intended for it to flourish, don't give up. You're closer than what you think. You already have created the mold when you got the courage to put yourself out there in front of this large social media world. I can absolutely attest to that. I know that there's so many people out there. It's like, girl, you saw Yvette. I'll stay on that video. That shit ain't going nowhere. She ain't on the nothing. They not doing anything. But let me tell you something. It's not about what they say. It's about what I feel about me. The goals that I have set forward and the people that I know that I've helped. Just by being transparent. Just by being honest. Best by setting an example in my own home for my children and for my grandson that's watching me. I mean, it's more like it's every Tuesday night. Don't forget you have to do the She Shack. It's the She Shack is coming. So that alone, I've already accomplished what I set out to do. And same thing for you. Whatever that business is, whatever that career change you would like to do, don't be afraid to do it. Just make the first step. You can absolutely do it. We are creating entrepreneurs. We're creating a community of small businesses. I'm talking about it has went far beyond what my imagination could possibly take me. And I know I'm not alone. I know that if it can happen for me, it most certainly can happen for you. I'm a girl from the projects. Lived in Kentwood, Louisiana in a trailer. Lived in the Magnolia Projects in New Orleans, Louisiana. Lived in the Callio Projects in New Orleans, Louisiana. Lived in the Lower Ninth Ward, one of the most impoverished wards in the city of New Orleans. But yet today I sit here and say, oh, let's not forget a teenage mom. I have 4 children, most of them before I was at the age of 20. But at the end of the day, I'm still sitting here and I'm telling you, you can still do it. Don't let your age get in the way of what you think you can and cannot do. Don't let other people and naysayers get in the way of what you think you can and cannot do. It's because this road at times is going to be lonely. You're not going to have the support that you would like to have. You're not going to have as many likes on the screen on social media as you feel that you deserve when you put out your heart. You're maybe not getting as many sales as you think that you would like to have or would like to see. But I'm here to encourage you and tell you, you can absolutely do it. Let it go. Let it all just go. It feels so good inside when you're able to just let it go. You have the power to build the you that you would like to see. And believe you me when I tell you, when you make the first step and you put the work in, no matter what the naysayers say, there's one person that has the ultimate decision-making power, and that is God. He has the ultimate decision-making power. And whatever he has destined for you is for you, but you have to go get it. Because you can't just sit around and think about it, because you'll miss it. You will miss your opportunity by sitting there just standing your head, not thinking about it, not worrying about all these other things, and holding on to all this stuff that's weighing you down. Let it go. You are beautiful. Each and every one of you are amazing individuals. You have so much creativity sitting inside of you. You have the power to master your thoughts. You have the power to paint that picture just the way you would like for it to be seen. You have the power to change the dialogue. But it all starts with you. Y'all are amazing. And I am so blessed to be able to sit in front of you tonight and tell you that if you make the first step and just keep pressing and keep going, keep going, keep going, no matter what's the obstacle, no matter how hard it may seem, no matter how much it seems like, keep going. Keep striving for your excellence. Invest in you, because you are the most important factor. Thank you so much for tuning in with me tonight here at the She Shack. Like I said, I wasn't going to spend a whole bunch of time with you guys. I'm preparing to do something amazing in Miami. I have to catch a flight at 4, be at the airport at 4 for a 6 a.m. flight. But I'm telling you, I'm going to take you every step of the way with me. I am just so excited about this journey. I am so excited about what the potential of what can happen when you take that excitement and you turn it into consistency, and it turns into determination, and things start changing and things start happening. I am so exceptionally proud of each and every one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in with me tonight here in the She Shack. Don't forget to check me out on YouTube. Like it, subscribe, share it. I love y'all. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Twitter, and I am here to tell you, I want to take this journey with you. We can talk about it. I'm not a certified counselor, but one thing I can tell you is I'm an expert in this journey. I'm an expert in finding your joy and walking in your purpose, and I'm willing to do it with you. If you would like to talk about it, send me a message. Come to the She Shack. I always have an open chair waiting to have conversations of encouragement and of spreading love and joy. Because that's what the She Shack started on. That's what the She Shack is all about. It's about bringing encouragement. It's about bringing and spreading love. It's about bringing in knowledge. It's about lifting people. It's about growing together. It's about glowing together. We want to make a change starting in our community. But we first have to start with changing ourselves. Y'all are amazing, and I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good night.